City, Florida, Jelana Potter, and a project manager from Chanhassen, Minnesota, Emily Sands. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Jenny.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And welcome to the finals in round 2 of our Jeopardy Champions Wildcard competition. 2 of our 3 finalists, Emily and Aaron, are season 37 champions, who won 2 and 3 games respectively. Jelana Cotter, on the other hand, did not win in her first Jeopardy appearance. She had to win our season 37 second chance competition to qualify for Champions Wildcard. But at that point, the playing field was level. All 3 of them have won their quarterfinal and their semifinal games to be on this stage today. Strong competitors, all. A 2-game total point of fair awaits them, and it begins right here in the Jeopardy round. Good luck. Here are your categories. First, do you know the way to San Jose? Then we have bands in other words. You'll have to name the 20th century band, followed by critters, then death, taxes, and Latin phrases. Emily, you begin.
Let's start with death for 400.
Get it out of the way. The Amanita genus of bees includes some that are lethal to humans, including the death cap. Aaron,
For mushrooms?
Yes.
Let's go, do you know the way to San Jose for 1,000?
San Jose Island off Texas in the Gulf of Mexico is this type of narrow island parallel to the shore. Jelana.
What is a barrier island?
Right.
Latin phrase is for 600.
Agnus Dei is this 4-legged animal of God. Jelana.
What is lamb?
Yeah.
Latin phrase is for 800.
In utero means within the womb. This other phrase describes something that happens in glass. Emily.
What is in vitro?
Right.
Latin phrase is for 1,000.
IE is short for this, meaning that is. Jelana.
What is id est?
Correct for 1,000.
Latin phrase is for 400.
Sedet funerals, requiescat in pace translates to this. Aaron.
What is rest in peace?
Yes.
Do you know the way to San Jose for 800?
If you mean San Jose de las Lajas, it's in La Habana province in this country. Jelana.
What is Cuba?
You got it.
Latin phrase is for 200.
Lapsus lingui, a sudden unfortunate utterance, translates to this 4-word phrase. Emily.
What is a slip of the tongue?
Yes.
Go back to death for 600.
Or death, please. Docs recommend babies sleep on their backs or sides to ward off this, SIDS for short. Emily.
What is sudden infant death syndrome?
Yes.
Death for 800.
The answer there is a daily double. That's really paid off for you there, Emily. What do you want to wager?
Let's make it a daily double.
All right, here's your clue. In death, the London space called This Green has a memorial to those, such as Margaret Pole, who were beheaded there.
What is Tower Green?
Tower Green is correct in the Tower of London. I'm surprised. But you're right.
Let's stick with death for 1,000. I'm loving this.
A final pose is depicted here by this French painter. The death of Marat by Jacques David. Back to you, Emily.
Let's try death for 200.
From Latin, it means after death, when an autopsy would be done. Aaron.
What's postmortem?
Yes.
Do you know the way to San Jose for 600?
San Jose Sucots in Belize is the starting point for Xunantunich, famous for its ruins of this people. Aaron.
What is the Aztec people?
No. Emily.
We're the Olmec.
Also incorrect. Jelana.
We're the Mayans.
You got it, yes.
Let's take taxes for 600.
In January 2012, this GOP candidate said he was proud of the fact that I pay a lot of taxes. Emily.
Who is Mitt Romney?
Yes.
Old mittens. Taxes for 800.
Widely used in the European Union, the VAT stands for this. Emily.
What is a value-added tax?
That is correct. That pulls you to a tie with Jelana for the lead, and it brings us to our first break. We'll pause for a moment, and then we'll come right back to finals continuing. Jeopardy Champions Wildcard.
Are you on Medicaid?
Our first finalist you heard Johnny introduce was Aaron Craig, originally from Toronto. Aaron, tell us about your first win on Jeopardy. What did you do after the show to celebrate?
Yeah, it was surreal. I had made plans, win or lose, to go visit an old friend of mine, a former college Ultimate Frisbee teammate, Go Yale Superfly, who had literally just moved 3 blocks from Sony Picture Studios. So I just tumbled down the lane, and we had a lovely late afternoon catching up. It was really a wonderful, special time.
That seems like a nice grounding thing to do after a crazy Jeopardy win.
It was great, especially since I hadn't seen him in so long.
That's great. Jelana Cotter is a senior data analyst from Dade City, Florida. Now, this is your second Jeopardy competition finals in, what, a month or so?
Yes.
Do you feel like you have some finals experience right now?
Yes, but the questions keep getting harder and the opponents keep getting tougher. Although honestly, I've faced tough opponents in every single game I've ever played, including the first game where I lost. There are no easy opponents on Jeopardy. But I'm astounded to be here, both getting a second chance in the first place and then winning second chance tournament for my week. And then, my last game, I made a wagering error. As soon as I put the bid in, I thought, oh no, I should have bet $1 more. And I thought, it's gonna go to sudden death, and there's no way I can win that.
But you survived. A former Jeopardy runner-up, and you're playing at the level of everybody we've thrown at you. So just goes to show, that first win doesn't necessarily mean the other 2 players weren't great. Emily Sands is from Chanhassen, Minnesota. What about you, Emily? What's your response to winning enough to land in a Jeopardy final?
The greatest prize when you win a game of Jeopardy is that you get to play more Jeopardy. So this has just been fantastic. And as one of my colleagues here today said, the real daily double is the friends we met along the way. We've had a great community. It's awesome.
I'm going to embroider that. I love that. Well, you're tied for the lead, Emily, and you have control of the board. So let's get back into the Jeopardy round.
Let's check out bands and other words for 600.
Sure. Unused young goats for sale at an auction. Emily.
What is New Kid Lot?
No. Jelana.
What is New Kids on the Block?
That's it.
I'll take taxes for 1,000.
It ensures that those who get tax breaks pay at least a certain amount. Kiplinger's called it the tax we love to hate. Aaron.
What is the AMT?
Alternative minimum tax, yes.
Bands and other words for 800.
0.75-foot tax. Jelana.
What is 9-inch nails?
Correct.
Let's take critters for 600.
Not tabbies or flabbies, but these house cats are known as abbies. Jelana.
Or Abyssinians.
Yes.
Critters for 800.
Unlike a human's, a shark's skeleton is made of this elastic tissue, not bone. Jelana.
What's cartilage?
That's right.
Critters for 1,000.
Hey, Dean. 8 species make up this group of weasel-like mammals, including the fisher and sable. Emily.
What are martins?
Correct for 1,000.
Bands and other words for 1,000.
Communal foe. Emily.
What is public enemy?
Right.
Bands and other words for 400.
American bomber planes introduced in the 1950s. Emily.
What are B-52s?
Right again.
Bands and other words for 200.
Walloping gourds. Emily.
What is smashing pumpkin?
Yes, you did well.
Do you know the way to San Jose 400?
San Jose in this country is on the main highway from Manila to Apari. Emily.
What is the Philippines?
Right.
San Jose for 200.
You'll find San Jose, California, about 90 miles southwest of the state capital. Jelana.
What is Sacramento?
Yeah.
Taxes for 400.
Informal 3-letter name for a tax on alcohol, tobacco, and other activities considered not beneficial to users or society. Jelana.
What is a sin tax?
Good.
Critters for 400.
The 2 panda species are the 6 to 12 pound red panda and this 200 to 250 pound species. Emily.
What is a giant panda?
That's the other one.
Critters for 200.
It's the world's tallest land animal whose young is known as a calf. Jelana.
What is a giraffe?
Giraffes have calves, yes.
Taxes for 200.
Final clue. In New York City, it's 8.875%. In Schenectady, 8.0%. Aaron.
The sales tax.
That's correct. News you can use. The sales tax in Schenectady. The kind of thing you only learn here on Jeopardy. Aaron's got a lot of catching up to do in the second round because Emily and Jelana are off to a fiery start. We'll find out what happens when Double Jeopardy begins in just a moment. Emily and Jelana off to a strong start, but there's so much cash on the board in Double Jeopardy. Let's reveal the new categories. We begin with Albert Camus. Then we have Deuteronomy, some mythological paintings, followed by government and politics. You're getting very sleepy. And we end with starts with. Aaron, what strikes your fancy?
Let's go starts with for 1,600.
V, 8-letter term for a nomad. Emily?
What is vagabond?
You got it.
You're getting very sleepy for 1200.
Robert Frost wrote, the woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have this obligation, and miles to go before I sleep. Joanna?
What's promises keep?
You got it.
Let's go with Albert Camus for 1200.
Camus was born in this then French colony, the setting of some of his works. Joanna?
What's Algeria?
That's correct.
Camus for 1600.
In the original French, the first line of this Camus novel is Aujourd'hui, maman est morte. Emily?
What is the stranger?
Yes, mother died today.
Let's try Deuteronomy for 1600.
Whoa, in 1991, these two title dudes got a sequel and totally returned to take a bogus journey. Joanna?
Or Bill and Ted.
That's right.
Let's take Camus for 800.
Dr. Bernard Rieu fights a rising epidemic, which symbolizes the Nazi occupation of France in this Camus novel. Joanna?
What is La Peste?
Yes, the plague.
Camus for 400.
On December 10th, 1957, Albert Camus received this prize in Stockholm, Sweden. Emily?
What is the Nobel Prize?
For literature, right.
Let's check out the dude's Deuteronomy for 1200.
On this drama, Kendall Roy raps to his dad Logan, L to the OG, dude be the OG, A and B playing like a pro, see? Aaron, with Succession. That's cringe even when I do it.
Government and politics for 1600.
In 2011, the House Committee on Standards of Official Conduct became the much shorter named Committee on These. Emily?
What are ethics?
Well done, yes.
Government and politics for 2000.
Answer there. Maybe double. You and Joanna are still neck and neck, Emily, but this one's for you alone.
I'll wager 8,000.
Wow, 20K if you're correct. Here's your clue. Randhava is the maiden name of this Republican, a former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations.
Who is Nikki Haley?
It is Nikki Haley. You have 20,000 here.
Let's stick with government and politics for 1200.
Before she was U.S. Commerce Secretary, Gina Raimondo created this state's Ocean State Investment Pool. Emily?
What is Rhode Island?
Yes.
Government and politics for 800.
This obstructive tactic is used by senators to block potential legislation by debating it as long as possible. Aaron?
With the filibuster?
Right.
Let's go Deuteronomy for 2000.
He didn't say much as Silent Bob in Clerks, but no one in the film could say anything without him. He wrote the pick, too. Aaron?
Kevin Smith.
Good for 2,000.
Let's go You're Getting Very Sleepy for 1600.
These brain waves produced during deep sleep are named for the fourth letter of the Greek alphabet. Aaron?
What's gamma?
No. Joanna?
What are delta waves?
That's correct.
Albert Camus for 2000.
Answer there. The other day were double. Well, you found one apiece, Joanna.
I will wager 9,000.
That would be the lead if you're correct. Here's your clue. Camus' attack on Stalinism in 1951's L'Homme Révolté strained his relationship with this other existentialist. Joanna? Out of time. John Paul Sartre,
Oh,
I'm afraid.
yeah.
All right, drop to you. Make yourself in second place.
Well,
Let's begin.
mythological paintings for 2000.
In a painting by Agnolo Bronzino, Cosimo de' Medici is portrayed as this poet and lyre player. Joanna?
Who is Orpheus?
Time. Don't think you had it. Emily or Aaron? Orpheus is correct. Back to you, Joanna.
Mythological paintings for 1600.
A painting by Rubens shows Andromeda chained to a rock being freed by him. Joanna?
Who's Perseus?
Right.
Mythological paintings for 1200.
A painting by Paul Cézanne shows Leda and this bird. Aaron?
Is this one?
That's it.
Starts with for 2000.
You, the noun you take when you feel offended. Joanna?
Who's Umbridge?
Correct for
You're
2000.
being very sleepy for 2000.
He's the Shakespearean character who muses in that sleep of death what dreams may come. Joanna?
Who's Hamlet?
Right.
Starts with for 1200.
Z, ardently devoted or diligent. Aaron?
What is zealous?
That's correct.
Starts with for 800.
K, term for a German emperor. Joanna?
Who's a Kaiser?
Yes.
Mythological paintings for 800.
A painting by Heinrich Friedrich Fugger shows this Greek god seated nude with his trident. Joanna?
Who's Poseidon?
Yes.
You're getting very sleepy for 800.
This piece of camping gear can be mummy, tapered, or rectangular. Aaron?
What is a tent?
No. Emily?
What is a sleeping bag?
That's it.
You're getting very sleepy for 400.
Term for a prolonged state of deep unconsciousness. It comes from the Greek for deep sleep. Aaron?
Tacoma?
Yes.
Deuteronomy for 800.
Be cool, man, and name this 1969 flick where Billy and Captain America hit the road, man. Now those were some dudes, man. Aaron?
That's Easy Rider.
That's the movie.
Deuteronomy for 400.
This actor played a Lebowski. Not the big Lebowski, but the dude abides. Emily?
Who's Jeff Bridges?
Yes.
Mythological paintings for 400.
Heads up. She's the subject in the Caravaggio painting seen here. Joanna?
Who's Medusa?
Right.
Government and politics for 400.
The spoils system of rewarding supporters with jobs is also called this, from the Latin for father. Aaron?
What's patronage?
Correct.
And last
clue starts with W, to rouse someone from sleep, or a vigil over someone unrousable. Joanna?
What's a wake?
Yes. With your 11,000, you don't have quite half Emily's score, but that's less important today. This is the first half of a two-game final, which makes wagering very interesting. Let's see what category you're dealing with in final. World history. We'll come right back with the clue after these short messages.
You're Medicare matchmaker.
Here in the first game of this two-game finals, let's remember what the stakes are. The winner, the Jeopardy Champions wildcard, will receive $100,000 and a spot in our next Tournament of Champions. So there's a lot at stake here as we come to our first final Jeopardy, world history. And the clue is, this African capital renamed an area Mexico Square to honor Mexico's World War II era support of its sovereignty during Italian occupation. 30 seconds. Good luck. With $7,200. His response? What is Addis Ababa? Yes, the capital of Ethiopia. That's correct. So you're going to add to that. In fact, you're going to finish with 10,000 even at the end of game one. Joanna Carter's in second place, and she's already reacting. What did she write down? What is Ethiopia? But the country, not the capital. That's unfortunate. You wagered 8,000. You'll have $3,000 at the end of the first game. Emily Sands had a big lead, $22,400. To come up with Addis Ababa. She did. And what did she wager? Just like Joanna, $8,000. So you'll go into tomorrow's game with $30,400. Now, right now, that looks like a big lead, but there's going to be big risks and big swings in tomorrow's game, I predict. Hard to say what will happen, but I know it'll be a great game, and I hope you don't miss it. We'll see you tomorrow.